Hi, I'm Cathe Dykstra. I have the privilege of serving as the Chief Possibility Officer, President, and CEO of Family Scholar House. Our mission is to end the cycle of poverty and transform our community by empowering families and youth to succeed in education and achieve lifelong self-sufficiency. I've met thousands of mom heroes over the years and some dad heroes too, who all came to us for our post-secondary educational support, affordable housing, comprehensive, holistic services for parents and their children. Our student parents made a very brave decision to end the cycle of poverty for their families by earning the education needed for a career. Along the way, they also have shown their children the importance of education, determination, and hard work. To achieve their goals, they chose to call Family Scholar House home. We absolutely consider them family, and this PodCath is just a few brief moments with some of our participants and graduates. Welcome. Today, I'm joined by Angela Barbee from the Family Scholar House class of 2016 and a graduate of Spalding University with a degree in nursing. Hi, Angela. Thank you for taking time to join me.
Hi, Cathe. Thank you for inviting me.
For our viewers, can you share just a little about what brought you to Family Scholar House?
Well, I was a teen mom, and I went to the Teenage Parent Program, or otherwise known as TAP, and I learned about Family Scholar House through them.
So I know you learned about it through TAP. Was it through a participant, or was it through some of the staff there?
My grandmother actually works at TAP, and she knew about Family Scholar House and really wanted me. I didn't want to go to TAP at first. I wanted to stay at Seneca High School and be with my friends, but she told me about Family Scholar House and said, come to TAP, look into this program, and it'll be worth your while. And I did.
What was it like when you first got your keys and moved into your apartment?
Amazing. I have never even had my own room, let alone 2 rooms, 2 bathrooms, a kitchen, like all that space I've never had before. So it was amazing. It was unlike any feeling I've ever had before.
Do you remember what you did that first day after you got your keys?
Well, I remember we didn't have any furniture. We weren't moving in yet, but we got the keys and we walked in and we just wanted to explore. And me and my son, he was only 1 at the time, we just laid on the floor in the living room and just laid there and enjoyed it.
That's a wonderful memory for both of you. So yes. Back in that time, what was a day in the life of Angela like while you were living with us and going to college?
It was pretty difficult. I usually woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning and took my son to daycare across the street. And then I went to classes until around 2. And I worked in between classes for work study at the pod at Spalding. And then I went to work afterwards, usually from 4 to 11. And my mom would watch him and I'd have to go get him and then come home. But some days I didn't have to go to work and I would just study or just enjoy. I would either go to and try to fit in some Family Scholar House classes, like the cooking class, and try to fit in my meetings with Brian, the coach, what do you call him? The education
coach.
Academic coach. I tried to see him a lot and fit in a lot of studying time in the days I didn't have to work, but most of the time I was pretty busy.
When you've mentioned some of the things you did with Family Scholar House, but I remember you being a very active participant. Were there things that you and Tyler enjoyed the most about Family Scholar House?
We love Toddler Book Club. We love doing that on our Saturdays off in the morning with Brian usually and his son. And then we liked the cooking classes too, because when I first moved out, I did not know how to cook at all. And thankfully, with the help of those classes, I love cooking now, and he loves to eat my food. So,
well, I see all kinds of food on Facebook, so it looks like you're doing a great job. And I also get to see how Haley is trying food for the first time and exploring all the different, types and textures and feels and tastes. And that's kind of fun just for me to watch along. So what does having your college degree mean to you, Angela?
Everything. I'm the only one in my family to graduate from college, and it really makes me feel accomplished in life.
When you think about having your college degree, what do you think that means for your children?
It gives them something to look up to, gives them a good role model, something to aspire for.
Can you already see in Tyler things that he likes that might lead him towards a certain major or a certain career?
Actually, he's really funny. He'll say he wants to be a doctor. I'm a nurse, but a doctor like me. And then he says he just wants to help people. He wants to be a firefighter or a police officer or go to the military. He's just a very caring individual, and I think he learned that a lot from me.
Absolutely. I think he did too. So I want you to pretend for a second that I'm a single mom and I've never heard about Family Scholar House. So how would you describe it for me? I mean, in other words, recruit me for the program.
Well, I actually do that a lot to a lot of people. But I usually start off saying, have you ever heard of Family Scholar House? And some people do, some people haven't. But I'll say it's the best program Louisville has to offer. One of the biggest problems teen moms face is affordable housing. In fact, I think that's the problem with a lot of people is there's not affordable housing anywhere. And I'll tell them it's good to get into the program. I know there's a long waiting list, but this program will help you get your college degree, pay a low rent, and you have to do a lot of little things that seem like a lot, but at the end of the day, you're going to be working more to pay your rent than you would be to do those classes or earning the points through the program. So I just really try to sell it to them.
Yeah, we appreciate that because the absolute best way people hear about us is word of mouth from our participants and graduates and their families who recognize what that opportunity meant for their families. So as you know, I'm just so proud of you as a wife and a mother and a dedicated healthcare professional in these really crazy times. You know, I think we all know how hard that work is, or at least we think we know how hard it is to be a healthcare professional right now. Would you mind sharing just a little bit about what your workday is like and what you find fulfilling in your career?
Post-COVID or?
Either one.
Well, as of now, I have become nursing has become different in the fact that I have neuro patients who have big things like strokes, brain cancer, brain surgery, just altered mental status. So they're feeling very not themselves and very alone, and they are only allowed to have, and not even everybody is allowed to have, one visitor from their family. And so nurses have taken on the role of being more than just nurses and helping them feel better, helping them get better. We've also become their support system. And I find that I take it home a lot more. I feel kind of more empathetic, more heavy weight on my shoulders, trying to make sure that these people feel cared for because their family's not there to do it. So it's been very difficult, but it's also very rewarding because I do get to walk people out and they get to see their family for the first time in 2 weeks, and I get to watch them relearn how to use the left side of their body, or relearn how to or remember who they are, their name, where they are, what's going on, because a lot of people that come into me, they don't.
That's very important work, and I'm so grateful that you're doing that. You've already achieved so much, and I remember that you were one of the first-time home buyers in our Graduate to Home Ownership program that's sponsored by Fifth Third Bank. What does having your own home mean for you and your family?
I'm one of the only people in my family to have a home, like a house, not an apartment. And so it's amazing. It means stability that I get to give to my children that I never had. I never was in the same place too long growing up. So it's nice that Tyler and Haley have this home that will be their house to come home to. And also it means, whenever COVID is over, I get to have family gatherings at my house and we get to all be together comfortably, and it really is amazing.
So with all that you have accomplished, I know you well enough to know that you still have many more things you want to achieve. What goals do you have for yourself and your family's future?
As of right now, I'm actually thinking of furthering my career as far as nurse management.
Mhm.
They expanded my hospital, and a lot more opportunity has presented itself. So I'm considering furthering my career.
So this is my last question. I want you to complete this sentence for me. I want you to say it. Life has not always been easy for me, but because I put in the work, I have been able to fill in the blank, and I am proud of that.
Life has not always been easy for me, but because I put in the work, I am able to provide a stable home, and I'm able to be financially independent, and I'm proud of that.
And you should be. And you know, we are very proud of you. We consider you very much a part of our family. Thank you for joining me for this PodCath. And thank you to all of our viewers for your time. If you want to learn more about us, visit our website at familyscholarhouse.org or follow us on social media.